Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be having an update on what is now Tropical Storm Isaias. It was a hurricane, but it's now Tropical Storm. We'll talk about why it's dying down in just a moment. And we also have a couple other things to watch here. We have Tropical Depression 10, which is not really going to survive. We'll talk about that first, just to get it out of the way. But we also have this disturbance to watch for. It's right now at a 60% chance of developing in the next 5 days, but next 48 hours has a low end 20% chance. So let's first talk about Tropical Depression 10, just to get it out of the way. So really, it's good about to die out. Really, um, in the next 24 hours or so. It was close to becoming a tropical storm. If it did, that would have been our next named storm, but it didn't really happen. So right now it's dying. But we really hardly knew you tropical depression 10 there. So very short-lived storm there for sure. But now we got Tropical Depression 10 out of the way. Let's talk about what's now Tropical Storm Isaias. It's saying a hurricane on there, but we'll expect an update probably fairly shortly here. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like right now. Yesterday it was looking pretty good. Um, Now look at it. It is just very disorganized. The reason why that it died down quite a bit is because of a lot of wind shear. It's running into a high wind shear environment, so it's really just shredding the storm apart. You also have a little bit of dry air going on right now, getting into the circulation. So really, overall, this storm here is just falling apart right now. You do have some new convection trying to come up on the northern side of the low, but we'll see about that. Right now, it's just a big mess, really, of a system here. Just really disorganized. I mean, there was a eye wall, however, trying to develop overnight, but since we have the wind shear, the eye wall's pretty much gone. We have an developing. You will not be able to see on this graphic, but you're able to see on radar imagery. So, yeah, that was a sign that was going to intensify, but since it's ready to wind shear, it has really died died down quite a bit. Uh, but let's talk about a little bit more about Tropical Storm Isaias here. This is the intensity forecast for right now. And these models here just not been doing a really good job this hurricane season. They really haven't. Hopefully these here will improve soon. But you can see here, most of the models are bringing it down to a tropical depression really in the next 3 to 4 days, really. You can see 72 hours is really the next 3 days, and then kind of between the 96-hour range. But I think it could die down faster than that. But I think it's really going to depend on if it makes landfall to Florida or not. I think that's going to be the biggest question because since it's on a really on a dying trend right now, it might not even survive past Florida. That's definitely a possibility because it could be so weak. It might not be able to make it through Florida, and then to the states along the East Coast. Might not able to make it to the Carolinas. We're going to see about that. That's going to be a pretty big question here. So here's their cone right now. So really, these H's here, I'll probably see them. They're probably going to go away and get downgraded to like S's, which is tropical storm, and probably at this point, to my guess, I think when if it reaches to the Carolinas at landfall, it may be a low end tropical storm or a strong tropical depression, and probably just beyond that. And this storm here will be moving very fast along the East Coast. You could tell here. Tuesday and Tuesday morning, it'll be in northeastern North Carolina. Then 24 hours later, it will be in Maine. So it's going to be moving very fast. At least it's not going to be a slow moving system. That will just increase his threat for for flash flooding. Which, speaking of that, here, this is the latest rainfall outlook here from the Weather Prediction Center. And as you can see there, got a lot of yellows out there. Your yellow colors is 4 to 6 inches of rain, and you got an orange patch there, right in there, that's 6 to 10 inches of rain. And your dark green is 2 to 4 inches, so there can still be a lot of rain uh, on the way for some of these areas in here. Even though it may be a kind of a weak system, it can still bring a decent amount of rain to some of these areas here. So flash flood threat is still going to be there for some of these areas there. And let's talk about some storm surge here. This is the peak storm surge forecast, which is experimental for right now. Uh, 1 to 3 feet anywhere from North Miami Beach to Jupiter Inlet. And then you also have 2 to 4 feet, which I think these numbers here will go down quite a bit. Might not even see any storm surge. We'll see. Then 2 to 4 feet anywhere from Ponte uh, Vedra Beach all the way down to Jupiter Inlet. So that's where we're going to see probably the better impacts is kind of in this region in here. So that's really the forecast for storm surge for right now. So we'll see if we have any. Oh yeah, we still have a storm surge watch in effect anywhere from just southeast of Jacksonville all the way down to just about West Palm Beach. So still gotta watch for some storm surge though. And we still have hurricane warnings in effect, but those can probably get downgraded to a tropical storm warning if we go back here. You see your red boxes are your hurricane warnings, so we'll probably see those get downgraded to tropical storm warnings. And tropical storm watches are still possible for the Carolinas, but we'll see about that. I think it's really going to depend on if it's going to make landfall or not at Florida. If it makes landfall, it could die. If it does not make landfall to Florida, it will have a better chance of surviving. So, still a lot of uncertainties there. And here's the tracks here from the hurricane models. You can see here a decent chunk of models keep it kind of the east coast here, kind of on the coast there. And then they really make landfall kind of around Myrtle Beach, Wilmington area as well. And really beyond that, kind of moving northeast there into the northeastern United States. So it probably will do landfall the entire time. The only chance it could go back over the waters again is when kind of between Virginia and kind of like Connecticut and Rhode Island in that region could go over the waters again, but we'll see. But really, either way, the waters are cooler in these regions is here, so it probably won't even strengthen in those regions in there. So that's Isaias there. Let's go ahead and move back to this disturbance here. And again, has a 60% chance in the next 5 days. So it's a decent chance as of right now. So we'll take a look into the European GFS here. And I think overall this is going to be another fish storm. Which if you guys do not know what a fish storm is, it just doesn't hit any land. It just stays over water the entire time. And since this is not an invest named yet, we do not have any hurricane models available. But I'm sure that could change probably in an advisory in the next update of the National Hurricane Center. That's their decision to kind of name this as an invest or not. So you can see here, very weak tropical wave right there. The winds are not even that strong either. It's really 15, 20, 25 miles per hour. That's a tropical depression there. But the winds could get a little stronger than that, and it just dies out there just west of Bermuda. Let's go back to like back on Sunday here. Let's see what the GFS shows. You can see here, and it's very similar. Just kind of dies out when it gets a little closer to Bermuda. and I think it will miss just to the west of Bermuda, and I think it just kind of sits there a little bit, and there could be some wind shear out ahead of this, and maybe the cause of the storm here to kind of shred out for that one there, and it's also indicating something right here. Interestingly enough, the GFS is showing something right there. That's something very interesting. It seems like the European does show it maybe as well. We'll keep an eye on this disturbance as well, but as of right now, it's looking to be more of a fish storm. But anyways, guys, this is all I can for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this tropical update. If you guys would like this tropical update, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you're never miss an upload. If you guys have questions about this, you can put in the comment section down below. I will answer your guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.